Yo, what's good? It's Kiver. In today's video, I'll be talking about Decavitator and more especially the reason why Decavitator is not being used in the Western scene in competitive is before even talking about the competitive scene, to be honest, the weapon itself is very difficult to learn and is not fun. Like the very first aspect of it is not a fun weapon to use on the long term. At first, when you start using the weapon, you learn you can dash onto people and that can be cool. That can be very fun, but the more you play it, the more you realize it's way more complicated. It's literally only the top of the iceberg, because first of all, you cannot dash into everybody. Like after doing that 2, 3, 4 times, people adapt, and when they adapt, they don't want to approach you anymore, so they will rely more on the paint. Just naturally, when they're scared of something, they will play more passive, and that's when it can become quite difficult for the Decavitator, is facing passive players, passive playstyle, where people expect you to chase them or to dash onto them, so they will sit on high ground, or they will just consistently pay attention to you, painting, to their sub weapon, just anything that can mark you. Poinsettia, how we call it, Ick mine, torpedo, paint in general, bombs. They will use all sorts of utility just to find you. It's the same gameplay as roller, decave, some other weapons as well, brushes. Those weapons have the same weakness in common. It's when they face a team that relies heavily on marking people and making sure to keep you in check, it becomes very difficult for you to implement your game plan, because your game plan, you're playing like an assassin. You have to get in, dash into someone, get out instantly. But when you face a team that, well, when I'm saying team, by the way, it's not only related to competitive, it's in ranked as well, in anarchy, wherever you are playing this weapon. If you're not ultimately superior mechanically to your opponent, the weapon can be very difficult to use against certain opponents. As I said, they expect you, they will use all sorts of utility to mark you, tag you, and so it's way harder because the weapon lack of mobility. Sure, you can dash onto people, slash them, and then if you're very comfortable with the weapon, or jumping out is also a solution. Like when you dash into people, you get someone, then you instantly jumped out onto your teammate or back to the spawn. But yeah, it's difficult. It's not something you learn in one day. Therefore, you need so much time to learn the weapon, and also there are 24 maps in the game, 23 or 24, sorry, I forgot the number, and you have to learn all of them with that one weapon, and gods know that it's not fun to... You cannot pick the weapon, I mean you cannot pick the map you want to play on. Sure, you can go and recon, know more about the weapon, the positioning and stuff, but when you face real opponents, that's when you need to gain the experience. So yeah, learning how to dash properly on high ground, low ground, when your opponent is far away, knowing your range, your bomb, the bubble, how you're supposed to use it, in what case, in order to reset, to heal yourself, to get in a position, aggressive position. It's difficult. It requires a lot of time, which a lot of people don't. And so this is also the reason why a lot of weapons are not being used as much as they could be, is because first of all, they're not fun to learn for a vast majority of players, especially on Splatoon side. Stamper, Decave, those are not really fun weapons to learn for the average player. They want more weapons, you know, it's self-explanatory, and you don't have to spend months, years just to learn a single weapon. That's not what a lot of players want to do. So yeah, a lot of mint problem issue is due to the map control. That's why in ranked it's very difficult for mint players in general to succeed on the long term, because first of all, your comp, your teammate, you don't know what teammate you will get, you don't know their weapons, and in a lot of cases you will find a lot of weapons that don't really pay in your team. So when that happens, you struggle, you have to adapt in a completely different way, and sometimes it's just not doable, it's not possible to do it. Like I've been watching this YouTuber, this Japanese Splatoon is considered as the best player of Mint, Decavitator, it's Todo. I will show you the link on the screen. And even him, he's struggling a lot in ranked, to be honest. He's an insanely good player in competitive because he can pick the weapons his teammates would use. Like, he can choose his teammates, but in ranked, it's not the case. You don't know what weapon you will get. Maybe you will get 2 blasters in your team, or you're playing Decav, or you will get a lot of painting weapons, but you're the only person that can slay. So if you die, your teammates are in shambles and you can't do much. It's like it's really dependent on the weapons of your teammates as well. It's not the weapon itself is very strong. In order for Decavitator to be able to do things normally, to play properly, it needs weapons that paint and at least 1 slayer. So having a weapon similar to Decavitator, like a roller 52, I don't know, something like that, blaster, slasher, a weapon that can assist or can also kill on its own, like a second slayer, and having 2 painting weapons. For me, that's what is very insanely good with the weapon. But if you don't get any of this, you get full slayers and you face a team that paints a lot or relies a lot on the special, it can become so complicated for you to play the game. So you have to adjust yourself. The same case if you are the main slayer in your team and everybody in your team are playing backline or support weapons that cannot really get in fights or get kills fast, you are in trouble. Which is why I think it's very difficult for Mint to succeed in ranked, because first of all, it's not a fun weapon to use. It's a weapon that is very difficult to learn, the same as Splatoon Temper. Second of all, it depends a lot on the weapon you get in your team. So yeah, I hope that was kind of clear for most of the people. I hope you appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care.